Hello, this is Evan Flurry, and I have with me today Miss Brinkley, one of our current moms, and welcome back to the Tarheel Labradoodles mini-series. If you have not watched our previous mini-series on the history of the ALD, the ALAA, and health testing, please take the time to do so after watching this series on temperament testing and training. Previously, I had planned our next series to be on puppy socialization, but I wanted to wait until I could video some of our younger litters, which will be coming in the next few weeks. With that said, I decided to skip to temperament testing and training. Just a reminder that these series are to help educate our potential new families and remind our Tarheel Labradoodle families just how special their dogs are. Educated families are our best puppy and dog families. Temperament testing can be useful for breeders, trainers, and future owners who want to understand puppy personality traits early on. A temperament test, such as the Volhard, has 9 different assessment tools to identify social confidence, sensitivity to touch and sound, levels of dominance and submission, prey drive, activity level, and the ability to recover from a stress or startling event. Structure, the TEP assessment, can also be evaluated at this time. Temperament testing happens between the ages of 7 and 8 weeks of age, but do remember that this is just one aspect of one day of testing. Temperament testing isn't perfect. It only provides a snapshot of behavior at a given moment. As you know, humans have bad days and puppies can have bad days too. In my program, we do temperament testing around 7 weeks of age. At 6 weeks of age, we provide families that are on our litter list the opportunity to meet puppies. If the family lives farther away, I will schedule a FaceTime visit. At this time, I provide them with what I have seen from each puppy and allow families to get to know them during the visit. At the end of the visit, the families will give me their top 2 or 3 choices, and based on temperament testing the following week, allocation or which puppy that each family will be adopting is announced. Every breeder has their own allocation process, but we love for our families to meet each puppy, cuddle puppies, take in the puppy breath, and also take into consideration the temperament testing. This gives families the whole picture of all the puppies in the litter. Our goal is to match lifestyles and avoid any mismatching. So how is this testing done? Each puppy is tested individually. I have a trainer come to my house who the puppy has never met before to perform the temperament testing. I use the Volhard assessment tool. The testing is done in a location unfamiliar to the puppy. The tester and the puppy are the only one to be present. It is important to do the testing when the puppies are at their liveliest. One of the most important things is for the trainer to watch the puppy's tail and whether it is up or down. This tells us a lot about the puppy's response. So now let's take a look at each assessment tool and videos of our trainer Brittany at 2BK9 performing the temperament testing. The first tool is social attraction. As you will see, Brittany will sit the puppy down and call the puppy to see if the puppy will come eagerly, slowly, or ignore her or run away. It is important to watch the tail, so it will show us if the puppy is readily doing this behavior or maybe a little shy or timid. The next task is following. Brittany will walk away from the puppy and will encourage the puppy to follow by lightly clapping hands or using verbal encouragement. The trainer will wait to see if the puppy follows closely, stays put, or wanders off. We would love to see a puppy follow readily with a tail up. The next task is restraint. Brittany will gently roll the puppy on his back and hold it with one hand for a full 30 seconds. This is to test the degree of dominance or submissive tendency. It also will show how it accepts stress when socially or physically dominated. Most of our puppies do not have a struggle, or they settle, struggle, and then settle again with some eye contact. This is still a proper reaction as well, as the puppy has identified the stress and then settled appropriately. The next is social dominance. Brittany will let the puppy stand up or sit gently, stroking the puppy from head to back while she crouches beside the puppy. This will indicate a degree of acceptance and social dominance. The majority of our puppies simply cuddle up to the tester and lick them. But we do not want to see is a puppy that will jump, bite, or growl in this situation. Next step is elevation dominance. Brittany will pick the puppy up by cradling underneath the belly. Brittany will hold a puppy for 30 seconds. This also shows the degree of accepting dominance while in the position of no control. Is the puppy relaxed, squirmy, or does it resist? Our puppies are typically very relaxed in this situation. Next up is retrieving. Brittany will attract the puppy's attention with a ball. When the puppy shows interest and is watching, she will toss the ball 1 to 2 feet in front of the puppy. This shows the willingness to work with humans, which is also a high correlation between the ability to retrieve is the success of guide dogs and obedience dogs. I have found my own litters come with a wide range of retrieving. Some look to be natural-born retrievers, while others have very little interest. I have also found this to be very genetic. If the parents are retrievers, their puppies tend to be. Cute story, my Brinkley, who was just with me, a current mom of 8 puppies, loves to play ball. Within the first 2 weeks, Brinkley was bringing her ball to the puppies in her whelping box. Her puppies are now 5 weeks old and love to play with the ball in the yard. We have not tested their retrieving abilities. They are too young to do so, but my bet is that they will love to retrieve a ball. Touch sensitivity is our next task. Brittany will take the webbing between the toes and press lightly and continue with more pressure until she gets a response. This task can show a dog's tolerance, as well as some would say the drama queen of the litter. From day 3 of birth, I am fidgeting with puppy's paws and toes as part of my puppy socialization and desensitization. I do not press hard, but just touch it lightly with slight pressure, and over time, this will help puppies become less sensitive to touch. Sound sensitivity is the next task. Many puppies who are not desensitized early to sound will fail at. We start sound desensitization at 2 weeks of age, when the ears are open and they can hear. Otherwise, it would be pointless. During this task, Brittany will make a loud noise using the metal water bowls. She will want puppies to become alert, look for the noise, and possibly investigate, but do not run scared from the trainer. Sight sensitivity is up next. Using a large towel on a rope, Brittany will jerk it across the ground near the feet of the puppy. This gauges the response to a new or strange object. Most of my puppies investigate and or begin to play with the towel. Lastly, we will look at the stability of the puppy. Brittany will open up the umbrella quickly about 3 feet away from the puppy. We want to see the startle response, fight or flight. Again, the majority of my puppies look forward to investigate. We definitely do not want them to run scared from the new object. Much of the testing, we are looking for a response, but also if they can recover, if they do have a moment of insecurity or lack of confidence. As I mentioned before, all this information is very important as a breeder and a new puppy owner. So besides matching lifestyles of puppy and families, this information is great for trainers to set personalized training approaches. In the case someone is looking for a service or therapy dog, a particular temperament is a must, and testing helps select candidates who can handle such roles. So now Chisholm has decided to join us. So now let's chat about training. Training is important for a number of reasons, but the most important is safety. A dog that knows commands is more likely to listen in a dangerous situation, like running into traffic or a confrontation. It allows you and your dog to understand each other, so the communication is easier in getting a response from your dog. This can also strengthen the bond between the dog and the owner. Training reduces unwanted behaviors like jumping or barking. Training usually includes socialization, so dogs are better adjusted and confident. When looking for a trainer, it is a good idea to get referrals, as well as speak to the trainer to make sure you feel comfortable with their training techniques. I have 2 wonderful trainers many of my dogs have trained with. Brittany at 2B K9 currently has Piper, a 4-month-old who is an up-and-coming mom for us. Brittany is actually her guardian. I am so amazed at the work Piper and Brittany are putting in. I am excited to see just how far Piper will take her training. 2B Canine's slogan is, "Live a happier life with your dog," which is what a well-trained dog creates. A happy life for owner and dog, and gives the dog off-leash freedom it deserves. Scott has been getting to know the ALD for many years. This is Ginger, an up-and-coming mom for us. Scott also trained her older four-legged sister from Tarheel Labradoodles. Scott's goal is to get each dog and their owner to be their very best. We do that by building a foundation of engagement and teamwork. Once we have done that, the obedience exercises fall into place. At Tarheel Labradoodles, we highly recommend you do training with your dog. This breed is a companion breed who are people pleasers and easy to train. They are highly intelligent and willing to do the work. Plus, who doesn't want a more well-behaved, more socialized member of your family? Thank you for joining me on our mini-series on temperament testing and training. I hope you enjoyed all the videos of cute puppies. Next series will be on puppy socialization, which is a must to build confidence and encourage good behavior as the puppy grows.